Good morning. We're going to get loaded here in a little bit. By getting loaded, I mean the trailer will be uh, filled with my freight hole will get product in it. So it's a good opportunity to top off our washer fluid and check the oil, lick some tires and light some fires, all that good stuff. How come everything has to be friggin' childproof? Welcome to first day of December. It's the first day of Christmas. Uh, December 1st, 2025. Do you ever think you would make it this far? The answer is no. None of you thought you'd ever make it this far. But it's okay. We did. We have. We are. Welcome to December. Checking over the motor. This is a Cummins X15. It is a it's the economy version. It ain't the high power. It ain't the drag racing version. I'm a man with too many pockets. I have too many pockets. I'm wearing a sweater that has a pocket. I'm wearing shorts that have too many pockets because they are of the cargo variety. And the motor's had a couple little coolant leaks, and my front bumper's a little loose. And yeah, we're picking up a load of water that's going to go to a Kroger facility in Forest Park, Georgia. And it's a drop. It was supposed to be a spot load right now, but they're actually loading me in a door. The oil is black and within specified range. I've got a little bit of a power steering leak. It should be addressed. But yeah, Cummins X15. It's got a data tag on it that'll tell me the horsepower. Let's see. It was manufactured 5 of 23. Where's our data tag? Usually right under the air box, it'll tell you the horsepower and torque. It just says EPA stuff. For service, call 1-800-Cummins. Why don't you call 1-800-Cummins for me and see what my horsepower rating is? I want to say like it feels like about 400 and maybe 1,600 foot-pound, 1,800 foot-pound. It drives very similar to the Detroit DD15. And we got disc brakes all the way around. The truck just had here at Bluebird, we do a 30-day inspection. They do a DOT every 30 days. And they said the brakes on the back were a little ooky. But yeah, all our trucks have deer guards on them because deer aren't required to wear high visibility vests, so you gotta watch out for them. And this time of year, they're kind of stupid. We'll jump up there and see how the comment section's out of control. I know it's a little early for you kids to be out of control. I kind of wish you would tone it down. It's too early for your ruckus behavior. I'd really appreciate if y'all just settle down. Lower your expectations around me. Oh. All right. Let me those are my fingers. Da, da, da. Do, 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 do. La, 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 la. Do, do, do. Hide my bedroom. There's dead hookers back there. Hide my bedroom. Let's see here. We've got we got people in here. TJ Bull of the Woods saying was off. Top of the morning. It is 7:40 a.m. We are in Douglas, Georgia-licious. Welcome to December. Tara's in the house saying hello. Good seeing you here. It's funny, like yesterday I felt like I got over my head cold, and then this morning it felt like it came right back. I slept good. Um, but I think the early start kind of just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it this morning. Had a very busy weekend. I have 7 cameras worth of footage plus a drone to edit for the Living Legends. So there will be no content on my channel. There will be no motorcycle content. There might be a short or two. Uh, I have so much to edit, and I'm trying to return back to work and trying to return back to life and normalcy, whatever that is. But yeah, welcome to Church of Wheel. Good morning to you. Living Legends, Jimmy Murphy. That was the last live show I did. Today's live show is Greatful. Just want to let you know that I'm grateful for a lot of things. Even though I don't necessarily have family. Um, how come it's so impossible to spell grateful? There we go. I probably spelled it wrong in the live stream. Do, 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 do. There we go. Church of Wheel, Grateful. Grateful. Are we hauling greats? How do you spell grateful? Is it Great or is it Grate? Who cares? It's too early to worry about punctuation or grammar. Anyway, we had a pretty good Thanksgiving. I parked the truck in a drop yard, and Buck came and rescued me, and we had Thanksgiving with his girlfriend's family. Beautiful family, beautiful home. That fantastic turkey. Oh my God. And I bumped up against the limits of my diet, of course. I didn't have any dessert, although oh man, there were some good looking desserts. And no alcohol or nothing. Just I drank my water. I had my selection of Thanksgiving feast. I had 2 plates, and it was absolutely amazing. And then what did I do after that? Oh yeah, I had to deliver. It was a drop in McClenny, Florida. I'm gonna get to the comments and I'll tell you the story. Up, 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 ba da ba da, do, 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 do. Tara was there. Good seeing here. I know you weren't able to do it live last night, but I wasn't able to even watch. So, Cheap Freight Hauler, good morning from South Carolina. We're heading to Georgia today. We're going from Georgia to Georgia. Adventures of Key Fob saying, hola, mi amigos and amigas. Can't stay, but had to say, hey, good times. Adventures of Key Fob. Me and him got to hang out a little bit this weekend. Sick bastards in the house saying hi to everybody. Everybody that's in here. TJ saying hi to Sick Bastard. Sick and I had a good weekend. Corey says, because kids are dumb and drink anything. Oh, is that why the washer fluid has to be childproof? Listen, we need to take the warning labels off of everything. for 2 years, and society will improve. It'll only take one generation. Sick Bastard says, SAG, SAG time? What the hell SAG time? Cheap Freight Hauler says, nearly 200,000 trucks looks like they would have painted both sides of the hood. You know, listen, if they painted both sides of the hood, it would cost an extra $1.25 per truck, and then, then some CEO won't buy another yacht. What the hell is SAGs? December SAGs are the best. What the hell is a SAG? That's stoner. Corey saying, I knew I'd make it this far in my life. Good times. I'm glad you made it this far in your life. Rainy Chameleon in the house saying, good morning. Oh, YouTube has officially changed everything to your YouTube handle, so you won't see your channel screen name and comments anymore. So I would suggest you go into your channel and change your screen name. Your at. Make sure it represents who you are. I'm Sterling Wheel at Sterling Wheel on YouTube. Adventures of Key Fobs reminding everybody to desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow. Hope your kids are doing okay. Sick Bastard saying hi to Brainy Chameleon. Big Dan saying good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. We're up. We're up and Adam Ant. Yeah, we're gonna get loaded here. We're actually hauling water, not this brand. Going to Kroger, and it says it delivers tomorrow by midnight. It's a spot load, which means you just drop the trailer and run. But I don't know if I could drop it 24 hours early or not. And I really don't want to babysit a water load overnight. I'd much rather drop this in the trucker in the Atlanta yard and move along with another load. I don't want to babysit this. Today's Monday. If I can get a trip done today and a trip done tomorrow, we'll have money in the bank. Because I took 3 days off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I won't make my minimum pay. So my next check will probably only be, I don't know, $600 or $700, and benefits come out of that. So I'm not getting a good paycheck next time this Friday. Corey says, glad you're well, Sterling. Stay healthy. I'm trying my best, man. It's tough though out here on the road. Stay healthy. It's a struggle. Went to Walmart last night and restocked my supplies on the truck. One way that I'm staying out of the truck stops, which all truck drivers should do, is cook food on the truck, right? And I'm taking the easy route. I've got a slow cooker, and I usually just do cans of chili or soup. And it has helped me reduce my weight. It has helped me reduce my costs. But in this last Walmart trip, I had to stock up on cold supplies and a couple first aid items that I didn't have on the truck. And I don't know, the last time you bought any kind of cold medicine, it is twice as expensive as it was last year. My Walmart trip that should have been $150 last night was $300. And, yeah, I'm a bigger guy. I eat more food than the average human being. I'm twice the size of a normal human being. But Jesus Christ, $300. I want to save 3 to 4 weeks worth of food on the truck right now, especially if I back down on how much I eat. I'm trying to eat once a day. My wake up, eat something, or eat halfway through the day for lunch and skip dinner, and plenty of water. For my caffeine, I have tea, unsweetened tea. And like I said, staying out of the truck stops. And if I do go to a fast food restaurant, like say a Wendy's, I'll order a hamburger, no bread. I found that Wendy's they don't put sugar in their hamburger meat. McDonald's has sugar in their hamburger meat. A lot of fast food restaurants have sugar in their meat. Um, Back when I first started the no sugar, no grains diet, uh, I knew somebody that worked at University of Nevada, Reno, UNR, and I asked him, it's like, I have a suspicion that hamburgers are so addictive because they have sugar in them. And he said, that's an interesting. Can you know, give me some samples and I'll test them and I'll let you know. So I went to In and Out, Wendy's, uh, uh, Carl's Jr., which we don't have here in the South. It's east of the Mississippi. It's Hardee's, uh, Burger King, and I think that was it. And he found sugar in everything but Wendy's and In and Out. Well, we don't have an In and Out here, so yeah. So I'll order, like a Dave's double with bacon and no bread. So they'll serve it to you in the container that they give the baked potato, and basically you got a little hamburger salad there. Road King, Roadie, good seeing you. Good morning, all. I've been catching some of your lives playing GTA 5. I miss playing video games, so I've been living my video game dreams through watching you. Same with Corey. Sick bastards saying hi to Dan. I'm gonna skip the highs and hellos. Adventures of Key Fob. No, not Forest Park. Ew. You know that Kroger? It sucks. Oh my God, does it suck? And everybody that works there hates their job. Everyone's saying hi and hello to each other. Cheap freight hauler. I spent 7 hours at that Kroger before. It sucks. God damn, does it suck? Not the last time, but the time before. Uh, the workers were trying to strike, and they were blocking the gates, and the police had to get involved. It was fun. Don't block the truckers. Sick bastards saying it can pull a house down. Yeah, yeah. One of these trucks, we could pull a house right off the. Listen, I could leave the brakes on in this trailer and idle away from it. SST saying howdy, good seeing you here. Hope you're doing well. We got Tyke Trucking, Rob on the road saying, hey, from Yorkshire. Uh-oh. The dock plate has been dropped into my trailer, which means shortly they're going to start pounding my freight hole. Cheap freight hauler says, hey, you're missing a hood mirror. That's for aerodynamics. Yeah, I would like a hood mirror on both sides, only because it's quicker for eye movement to look down at that mirror and see more of the side of the truck, rather than turning your head completely into the western mirror. But yeah, I don't know why Bluebird does that. CR England did it for a while, and they claimed it's for aerodynamics. It saves 0.003 miles per gallon. And in a truck of 3,000, fleet of 3,000 trucks, it you know, might make a difference. Adventures of Key Fob. Can we get one of those in a Legends car? Get one of those in a Legends car? What, a mirror? I put cameras all over those Legends cars. Corey says, looks like you're missing a mirror. No, we only need one. Apparently, none of you watch my channel as much as I do get dash cam footage. You've only now noticed there's only one mirror. Oh, that's funny. Adventures of Key Fob. He has no idea. You don't need two mirrors. That mirror is to watch the idiots merging on the freeway in front of you. Adventures of Key Fob. He is way behind. I'm always behind. I'm only 10 minutes this time. Right there. Corey, he's always behind in chat. Yeah, are you new here? Come on now. Brainy Chameleon saying that's a finger. I had 3 fingers in the camera. Adventures of Kefov says not as bad as sick. Yeah, it's sick, gets stoned and forgets comments exist. Sick Bastard says, is your bedroom idling? No, thank God. It's nice and quiet. I'm not running the reefer's not running, and neither is the APU. I ran it a little bit last night just to keep the batteries charged. I like having a fan running. Like I've got a tower fan that I like air blowing across me. As long as there's air moving, I'm cool. And for to improve the aesthetics of the truck and my feng shui, I purchased a scented candle to help with sleeping. I got a lavender candle, and come to find out, I slept pretty damn good. So there you go. You want to sleep good? Put a lavender candle in your truck. Be careful with candles in your trucks. These trucks are very flammable, and you'll wake up on fire if you're not careful. Red light is on. They're probably inspecting my trailer, and they'll start stuffing it with water here in a little bit. It's going to be 45,000 pounds of water going in this trailer, and thank God my truck's only got a quarter tank of fuel in it right now. But no, bedroom is nice and quiet. Very quiet. Adventures, a key fob. Again, be sure to tap that like button on the ways in. Now, nobody has to like this. Actually, please like this. Brady Chameleon says, I did my associate's degree at the college in Douglas. Good time. So you're familiar with the area. You probably drove by my location many a time. Here comes the forklift, pounding my freight hole, smashing against the front wall. They load these trailers very well here. The last time I picked up a load, it was very balanced. I don't know. Maybe for the members of the channel, I'll take a video or a picture of what it looks like when the trailer's loaded. You know, because I got to pull away from the dock, close the doors, and make sure if it's stacked tall, I got to make sure it's got load locks. But water, they usually don't stack tall. It's pretty heavy. The So it's going to weigh 45,000 pounds. That's including your pallet weight. So we're looking at approximately 5,400 gallons of water, I think, maybe 5,300 gallons of water. And I do have a tanker endorsement, but since all the water is individually packaged, you don't get much for sloshing or anything. You don't get any noticeable sloshing. Now, if it was in totes, yeah, I would feel it. SST says, the older I get, the more I regret all the people I've lost over the years. Maybe being a trail guide wasn't such a great idea after all. Are you a Sherpa? You keep going to Mount Everest and losing people. I never understand why people climb to the top of Mount Everest. Like a lot of people just don't make it back. Like you can go on YouTube right now and watch drone footage of somebody going from the bottom of Mount Everest all the way up to the top with their drone. It's like, dude, you ain't even had to walk. You won't even. All these Sherpas are completely out of business now. You could just AI your way to the top. Adventures of Keith Up saying regarding the Living Legends race. I have 18 videos from the phone and same in the 360 to edit to. Oh my god, dude! Like I know last time you're probably not watching right now, but Keith Up. I know last time we tried to compile everything through Google Drive, and there's just so much footage we can't. If everybody has their own footage, put it out on their channel. Buck's making a playlist on his channel that'll have all of our individual videos that are related to the Living Legends. So stay tuned to me, Key Fob, and Sick Bastard. I think Sick Bastard might have some footage. And then Buck has some footage too. So I'm going to do my best to edit. No promises. I'm not getting paid. I only get paid when I drive a semi truck. So lower your expectations. Living legend stuff. It's going to be great footage. So on the first night, I didn't have a whole lot of cars to put cameras on. And so I made sure I had a good camera over the driver's shoulder so you'll see the steering wheel and how much they're fighting it. And then I put my high risk cameras. I've got two Hero 7s that I don't mind getting damaged. I put them on the Nerf bars on the outside right before the rear tire. So you're going to see some pretty cool footage from those. It's pretty cool. It's going to be cool. Tolga's finally in the house. I don't know where this guy is all the time. He's in everybody's lives, and he just never shows up in mine. It's terrible. Good to see you, Tolga. Hope the land of turkey's treating you well. I hope you had plenty of turkey on Thanksgiving. Measures a key fob. SST, you didn't lose them. You just returned them to nature. You're all right. Yeah, that's what he did. Corey says, I knew if I said your name, you'd show up, Tolga. Yeah, all you have to do is say Tolga once in a mirror, and he'll show up. TJ Boldwoods has confirmed how you spell grateful. Grateful. Why is it Great? I swear, English is a dumb language. We should all go back to speaking Latin. Good to see you, TJ. Hope you had. Actually, you sent me a picture over the weekend of some happiness, and I appreciate you. Tolga says grateful. Okay, thank you for correct. Thank you for mansplaining it to me. On this channel, it's all about the mansplainings. Tolga saying Tolga, boom, right there. Yeah, say Tolga 3 times and he'll just show up. Always good to see Tolga in here. Brainy Chameleon says, I was this days old when I learned how to spell grateful. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was, hold on, I thought I was right there. Oh, yeah, if you look at the top, I actually named Greatful. You know what? Let's, in the spirit of doing things wrong, let's correct this. I like doing things wrong, especially when it pisses people off. There we go. That's how we're spelling grateful today. Because we're feeling great and we're full of shit. We had a really good weekend. Great friends, great times. I was very proud to use my entire camera suite. All my tools were put to very good use, and I've got a pile of dirty GoPros right now, and that lets me know that I've done a good job, or at least I mounted everything and it didn't fall off the cars and get run over. I do need to purchase a few more roll bar mounts. I've got the smaller roll bar mounts, and they're okay, but they're not as good as the larger roll bar mount. So basically, the handlebar type mounts uh, aren't good for roll bar mounts. Tolga says highs and hellos. I'm gonna skip the highs and hellos because it takes too much time. Motobomb Virginia says too early. That's the wrong version of two for too early, I think. That's supposed to be TOO. Although TOO also means also. So maybe you said also early. I'm not a grammarist. That's not what I got my bachelor's degree in. Computer science, by the way. Adventures Key Fob says, I better see 9 thumbs from you folks. 9 thumbs for 15 people? That's good odds. That's good odds. I wouldn't play the lotto. Motor Bomber Virginia says, good morning anyway. That's right. Good December to you. It's December the 1st. December the 1st. and we've survived one round of holidays. The next round of holidays I am working through. I'm working through Christmas. I'm not going to be home until I believe the 27th, and I'll be returning a year later. Um, I've promised myself to have some time at home to do me things, do nothing for anybody else. I'm taking a selfish day, selfish few days for two reasons. For one, I go home, but I don't live, and I don't visit anything. I don't see people. I would love to go out to a bar and sing karaoke. Like I want to, and it's I don't know. There's two on the sides of the scale. There's do I want to be alone and do my own thing, or do I want to go visit friends? You know, and that scale is always shifting and stuff. And listen, I spend enough time by myself in the semi truck, you know, and I do these live shows and hang out with you kids, but so there's that balance of, you know, do I go home and just sit there and be alone, or you know, jump on the motorcycle and go visit Valdosta, which I did yesterday. It was only a 2 hour ride from, well, 1 hour ride from, 1.5 hour ride from Lake City uh, back to Valdosta. So I spent some time and rode around town a little bit and went and checked out some of the other side of the tracks of Valdosta, the rough and tumble neighborhoods, and I rode home. But I haven't really like walked around downtown or anything like that, or done any exploring. You know, I didn't have my GoPros with me. Buck had them all, so I wasn't able to motor vlog or anything like that. I rode around town and kind of just enjoyed myself. Uh, had a nice dinner and got laundry done. Got all my sheets done. Uh, Went on a Walmart trip, and by the time I was done, it was bedtime. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I needed to go to bed. So good times, right? But yeah, Motobomb. Good mornings. You got a live show coming up here in an hour, I think. No, it's Monday. You guys don't do nothing on Monday. Sick bastards, Sagittarius. Oh, whatever. TJ, I woke up at 0240 for no reason but pee. I hate that. So don't wake up to pee. Just wet the bed. Your wife will take care of it. Corey says Sagittarius. Oh, whatever. No, no, Corey and Sagittarius are the best. My birthday's in 8 days. Good times. Tolga is also a Sagittarius. Good times. My ex-wife was a Sagittarius. Which one? The first one. Motobomb saying good morning to Sick Bastard, who's going live here in a little bit, I think. Rob on the road says my ad is correct. Tyke just means I'm from Yorkshire. A Tyke. He's the Tyke. He's the only Tyke. Ventures Key Fob, who disappeared a while ago, said he was busy. Just gonna chat. Just gonna stop in and say hey. Saying how is New York, Big Dan? I think he's snowed in. If you listen to the news, I think everybody got snow. Corey says, I don't eat at truck stops. I always make my own food for leaving home. Slow cooker and vacuum sealer for the wind. Yeah, and I'm going to be able to do that here next year. I'm just doing OTR for probably until March, and then I'll start doing some regional stuff. Big Dan says, Key Fob's 27 degrees here. Been snowing, but warming up and melting, thankfully. Well, this is only the first round. It's not until January that you really absolutely hate everything. Corey says it's negative 14 centigrade for me. We got messages. Hold on. What's my message? We got messages on my computer. Oh, and 117 miles I need to buy fuel. Returning to the show. Today we've got a new safety message, December safety message. It's 14 below. That's for me, and the window is wide open. I love the season. You're crazy. That's too cold. Big Dan says, miss riding terribly already. Well, move to Georgia. You could ride today. It's nice outside. It's like 60 degrees. Key Fob saying, nice, Big Dan. Cool, though. I think we're in the 80s today. Yeah, it's going to warm up today. Corey says, McDonald's has no sugar in the patties. That is a huge myth. Okay. Corey says, conspiracy much, dude. Like I said, I had it tested. Oh. Brainy saying, I was talking to my sponsor yesterday how addicting Coke is, not soda, the kind that goes up your nose. Coke is more addictive. I'm proof of it. Tolga says, in the food industry, almost brand uses salt and sugar together in almost all products to trigger the addiction secretly. They know the perfect spot in the mix. It's true. You can't buy table salt that doesn't have sugar in it. Sugar in table salt, sugars in garlic salt. It's in everything. Corey says, I haven't streamed in a while, just waiting for a new game that I get more updates. Good times. TJ says, every Kroger, I think about Kroger wheels. I went to in the past, other than Louisville, it was 5 to 12 hours. Every Kroger I go to is drop and hook. So Bluebird takes care of us. Tolga says, I'll be there as always if I can catch, mate. Tolga says, jump on the fun train later, folks. Corey's channel link. There you go. Yeah, you guys can drop links to your channels and stuff. I don't mind. Skull, sir. Skull. Good times. Nordic born. I love the Vikings. I read a really good book about the Vikings last year. I can't remember the name of it. It was like something about how the Nords took over the world or something. Oh, I read 5 books last year and I can't remember 3 of them. Cheap freight hauler. I have 2 hood mirrors, but can't see them with the seat on the floor and the height of the dash. I'm right at that level. I've got a tall torso, so I can still kind of see the mirror. But I usually sit on the floor until the infrastructure pounds my ass like I don't want it to. And then I put air in the seat. Tolga's announced that he's getting naked. Okay, I'll jump in the shower real quick. Tell me something naughty, folks, when I'll be in there. No. Send pictures. Tolga says, I can still hear. Yeah, am I live streaming directly to your shower? Don't pee in the shower. That's not the kind of live streaming I like. Motobomb says, he's laughing at Tolga. That is funny. Tolga's peeing in the shower. But Tolga's streaming in the shower too. Rob on the road says 0.003 mile per gallon, 3,000 trucks is 100,000 miles. Each year is an extra 900,000 miles. There you go. Tyke has math. Nordic Born says, try boom boom sticks, help with the sleeping concentration, etc. Skull. Oh, man. It's too early for a Monday. Moto Bomber Virginia says, why wouldn't the inside of your trucks be more fire retardant material? Because there's no standard with commercial vehicles. It's not a passenger vehicle. So the seats in this vehicle do not double as a flotation device. Nothing in here is fire retardant. These trucks burn, and they burn very hot, very quickly. I've lost a few friends to some truck fires. It's not a good idea to have a candle on a truck. So I always make sure it's safe and secure. And I seat belted in. No candles while we're driving down the road. Adventures Key Fob, no idea. Motorcycle? I don't know what the question was. Motobomb dropping the emoticons. The Sport Lady. That was the Sportster that I built, Red Lady, a couple years ago, and I missed that bike. I heard that it got sold, which that's fine. It's not, but it is. Adventures of Keyfob saying sorry, Moto. Cost maybe. I don't remember what we were even talking about. Moto Bomber saying, "Hey, Fob, thought you had left. Good morning." He did leave. I'm back. Wife called. Corey says sending a drone to Mount Everest is like VR porn. In the end, it's just meaningless. There's nothing like pushing your limits and achieving the goal you set out to do. It's true, but VR's taken over the world, so get over it. Bland and meaningless. It's true. VR is here to stay. So is Adventures Key Fob. I was told to meet the driver at 11 near Daddy's Guns. That's a gun store. That's the name of a gun store. So you're doing P&D? You're a driver helper this year? Well, that's kind of cool. Cheap freight hauler, tires checked and oil's been kicked. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, don't kick your oil. Check your tires and kick your oil. We're about to get a green light. We got a green light. Get to the rest of the comments and maybe my phone will ring. TJ, grateful comes from gratitude. That's why it's not spelled great. Thank you for figuring that out. Motobomb saying the arms store. Yeah. Key Fob saying I can't get any more southern than meeting a driver at a gun store named Daddy's. That's very southern. I love it down here. Sick Bastard said, "Did you clean them yet?" No, my GoPros are still in a bag full of mud. Motobomb says, "You look like you had a blast, everyone." Sterling, I did. It was a fantastic weekend. Rob on the road. Grateful comes to Latin gratis, other word gratis and grace, same root. Okay, so I spelled it wrong, and you had to deal with it anyway. Motobomb, how's the drone? Did you fly, Sterling, or was it too windy? It was too windy, and I still flew the drone. I can fly up to about a 6-knot wind. Adventures Key Fob says he was flying in a bit. Yep. Yeah, I was able to chase it. Blue Dandelions, hope you have safe travels. I have no other choice. It's everyone else you got to worry about. Motobomb, yeah, too early to be a crest spelling, not too good. Good call. I might have to bail on you kids. Blue Dandelion, Dorothy's not feeling well today. Sometimes resting is good for you. I don't work that hard, so I just rest while I drive. Sick Bastard says power lines are your friend. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yes, that did happen. I flew between some power lines and didn't even realize it. Listen, kids, don't fly your drone backwards at 35 miles an hour. Carrie's in the house saying good morning. I'm going to skip some comments because if they call me, I'm done. Dun, 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 dun. Carrie's reminding Tolga, no waffle stomping in your own shower. Well, where are you going to practice? You got to get good at it somewhere. We got Shannon Thomas in the house with the pink hand waving. Good seeing you here, Shannon. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good gobble turkey day. Hope you had a carnivorous turkey day. Adventures Key Fob. I didn't leave. I'm still here. Report time is not 8 a.m. So I'm only a few minutes behind. Motobomb, what is VR? Virtual reality. Wear the goggles. SST. There are only two ways to get out of this. One is billions dead, oceans of blood, and continents turned to dust. The other one involves being a little mean and saying no to women sometimes. Wow. Uh, truth bombing me. Chasing ghosts, muddy mess and cold. I'm at the pit unloading. It's funny how we all think that one president caused all these problems and one president's going to solve it. That's not how the world works. Y'all need to grow up and realize that our problems are generational. It's not one president's going to fix everything. Adventures of Key Fob. I'm going to bail before he bails since spelling ain't a thing. Yeah, you don't have to spell right on this channel. I grew up in Southern California, so I'm used to broken English. Why not fly a drone backwards at 30? Because I was flying it backwards at like 35 miles an hour. Shannon Elizabeth Trucking says, I'm very, very, very sick at home still. Oh, I'm still a little sick. It's in the chest right now. It was up in my head. Like more than, personality disorder. But more than just the usual thing. But yeah, I got hit like a ton of bricks. And then Friday, as I was leaving McClenny, there was an accident in front of me on a 2-lane highway. A dude ran into a hot shot pickup truck that was delivering a metal building to a property. They were backing into the driveway in a Crown Vic head on. The driver was pinned, trapped, and burned alive right in front of me. And couldn't couldn't do anything. That fire extinguisher did at that point. So I saw somebody die on Friday. Horrible screaming death, and bothered the shit out of me. And so that was my Friday. Sat there for 5 hours, waiting for them to clear the accident and everything, and then they canceled my run. I had to shuffle some empty trailers. I was able to get home early and join Buck and everybody at the races. So Friday was a very, very difficult day. And seeing the coroner arrive and pull the body out of the car and all that stuff, it was the day after Thanksgiving, and I see somebody burn alive in their car. And I've seen worse in the trucking industry. I'm not going to say it gets any better, but I'm very grateful for the people that are in my life. I'm very grateful for the people that have stuck around as I went through my episodes. And that's the whole meaning of the show. I just want to show appreciation for all you kids that have stuck around. And let's pray for Shannon. Let's pray for me. Let's pray for everybody in the show. And the world's tough. Sometimes you don't think it's getting any better. Shannon Thomas must have caught the cooties from the family gathering. It's totally cool, though. Never be afraid to get sick. Tolga says, I wish the fastest recovery to you, Miss Shannon. Spelled her name correctly, by the way. I hope there's nothing serious. It's whatever's going around in America right now. It's a vicious, vicious head cold. Rob saying, yeah, the cold stays around for a while. I'm feeling it again today. It helps. I wouldn't lay in bed too much because running around doing the Living Legends filming and stuff, I felt better. So I would put in some steps today, and I'm going to later. Tolga says, one time a friend of mine hit a mini drone into a huge mall, which is warned him you can't fly around public places, but surprisingly, to get back to him instead of detain him. Yeah, it's weird about drones. There's a lot of rules and all that. Schmokies in the shop, in the chat. Good morning, Sterling and chat. Good to see you. Very good morning. It's 8:24 in the morning. We are loaded. Motobomb says, so sorry you had to hear and see it, Sterling. Damn it, in any form, it's never fun. No, and it gives you an appreciation for just how dangerous it is out there, especially right before sunrise. I don't know if the guy was drunk or if it was a senior citizen, um, out that early in the morning. I don't know if it was all they said. It was a guy from McClenny. They didn't say who he was or anything like that. Um, but yeah, it was tragic. It got to me. Oh, Corey says the amount of death I've seen in my life before I was a truck is intense. Never mind the shit I see now. Yeah, it's a rough world out there. That's why it's spend time with friends and family because that's what really matters. Enjoy life while you have it because you never know. You might be driving down a 2-lane highway and crash into somebody and die, or somebody might crash into you. Smokey says sad. Yeah, it was. Um, the accident. Uh, there's a couple officers that walked up to the truck and they're like, "Did you see the accident?" I was like, "No, I pulled up and it was too late." And that morning, I'd spent extra time pre-tripping a trailer. Like I backed under one empty. I didn't like the trailer. Sometimes you just get a feeling about a trailer. You just, you know. And I saw a newer trailer and I was like, I'll just take the newer one. And that 5 minutes that I spent uh, made me 5 minutes late to that accident. I don't think I would have been involved in the accident, but I might have been the first person to respond. And there's a touch of like survivor's guilt because you think, oh, if I was there, I would have grabbed that fire extinguisher and run over there and rip the door off the car and pull the person out before a car bursts into flame. You get a hero complex. Um, we all do. Um, I don't think I would have just sat there in shock. There was somebody that was, uh, I could see that she was white knuckle on the steering wheel and just watching what was happening. And she was in shock and she made a U-turn and left. But yeah, that 5 minutes, I could have been there. I could have witnessed it. I could have helped. Um, yeah, it was a tough one. But I'm going to roll the show down. We've been live for almost an hour. And, oh, my brother, Buck Brown. Good seeing you here. Greetings, Earthlings. The Diesel Deacon, by the way. Good seeing you here, Buck. Rob's neighbor's dropping his kid off at school. Is that code for, are you dropping the kids off at the pool? No, he's dropping his son off at school. Carrie's a good dad. Very good dad. Wish my dad was still around. Smokey says a trucker friend had somebody purposely head on into his rig, all on cameras. Yeah, we've got dash cams for that reason. Because there's two ways to win the lottery: or get hit by a truck. Motobomb, Highway 35 or US 35 in Texas is the worst. And saying that people pick out truckers to do themselves and going down the road on purpose. Wow. Yeah, I-35 is the worst in America for that kind of activity. Motobomb, well, it was great waking up with y'all. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Yeah, we're going to get trucking down the road here. I'm going to walk in that office and get my papers because we're loaded. Drive safe, Sterling. Have a great day. Thank you. I appreciate you, kids. That's the whole church of wheel this morning. I'm grateful for all of you that hang out my channel say hi and check in on me. I will apologize. There won't be much content on the channel because I've got a lot to edit, and it'll only happen when I have downtime, which I'm in a weird space between I want to make money quick and I also want to edit video. I don't get paid to edit video, so it's more important that I drive. So whatever downtime I get, I'll make some videos. Um, there might be one more Forgotten Angels video I can put out just to clear that footage off my computer because I delete everything after it's edited. Uh, and then I'll get to work on the Living Legends. There is so much to edit. And I'm going to start with the 360 stuff just so, because I know Buck put a lot of information in there that I need. And I have to rely on Buck a lot because I don't remember all the drivers' names and cars, and I have no idea. I have no idea. And I don't want to just put random footage and just let everyone figure it out. Buck Brown saying, be safe, dude. Good to see everyone. Got a good crew in here. I really like you guys. I'll keep you around. Corey says, keep the shiny side up, Sterling. See you in the next one. It'll be soon. Just keep in mind, this keeps me away from editing video. So, you know. Now, we love the channel first because all you mate, just have fun. Good times. That's what we do around here, right? Shannon says, oh my. It's December 1st. It is December. It is now December. Jesus. Well, it is about Jesus. I wasn't taking his name in vain. I was just making a statement. This year has been, there's been some huge losses. There's been some huge gains. And I have found out exactly who my friends are. I have found out exactly who I need to keep in my life. And I have focus and purpose now. And sure, I miss a lot of people. I miss the things I used to have. But I have minimized my life to the point where there is no drama, no stress. I just drive in circles and make money. And I'm actually enjoying life right now. I've had to abandon some people because they were so toxic to me. And it's not the people who you think it is. I've just had to take inventory and realize that people that don't show me respect will get no respect in return. So that's what we're going. That is our New Year's resolution, right? No, New Year's resolution will be keep losing weight, making money, enjoy the decline. And yes, my fingers are all fucked up because I'll let Buck tell that story. Good seeing here, Shannon. I hope you feel better. I wouldn't lay in bed, though. It seems like this, whatever the sickness is, it does better if you keep your blood pumping. Yeah, it's December in here. Schmokey's reminding to keep on trucking. That's a great t-shirt, by the way. I'm going to end this right now. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Church of Wheel, we are grateful. 1 hour with 11 people watching. You kids are awesome. Have a good December 1st. I will catch you in the near